Good morning. When one is in silence, do you hear me?
No.
Doesn't work, huh?
Yeah,
It does?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. When one is in silence, one enjoys the formlessness of itself. When one is with a form, which is splendid or not. It is still a form of that self. So that will appear and disappear till the end of a breath. And from where or upon where disappears doesn't die. There is nobody there to die. So you are not more yourself when there is no mind, but you may enjoy what you cannot enjoy with your mind. You can enjoy this splendid new form, which is a form of yourself. So, anything you want to clarify or doubt, any conviction also, I'm happy to hear. So, it is totally wrong to say, I lost myself. You may lose states of you as a person, that's sure. You may gain them, you will lose them. That is sure. It's a law. But you never lose what is not personal. In that way, any transformation you want to have in your life, just know that it concerns the realm of appearances, nothing wrong there, but it's good to know what it is, from where is the result, where the need comes from, not to be confused with the fact that what is, and I have no other word, it's just a word, is never lost. Or is not to be attained. all this manifestation is possible because of space. Some appearances can appear because of space. It's in the same analogy, you can say all this appearance, all this dream, all this world can appear because of total non-appearance, sometimes called emptiness. Any question? Always good to ask questions. Even if it comes from the mind, doesn't matter. Yes. There is a mic somewhere? Hi.
So my question is in regards to kind of...
A little louder.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
My question is in regards to like trauma in the body, like past stuff in the body. So, you know, you can have like a really deep, authentic kind of letting go into seeing yourself, you know, as the silence. And then, you know, from the body comes old patterns, old fears. I'm just wondering how you would approach that. How you
Oh, I approach that. I just told you. I have to speak loud, I see. I just told that it's very human to transform, to try to transform some suffering you have because of the past. It's always because of the past, of course. You said it well, and it can be inscribed also physically. You have those consequences, emotionally, physically. But know that it concerns the person who was born, you as a person, who has a personal life, which is to try to live as best as possible. The human always loves happiness, happily, it's normal, or peace. And then that person will die also. So one tries always to do what he can to escape, or it's not an escape, it's the birthright, to escape suffering. Yeah. So they are, of course, means to relieve, but it will always be in time, always in time. And nothing wrong with that. But if you still are not satisfied, even being relieved, because you see the impermanency of things, then you may have this idea of a real peace. I want to be at peace now. And it's not only to be comfortable somewhere or happy, it's at peace. And it looks like at peace cannot be in time. Otherwise you will again be unsatisfied. So the search of who am I goes beyond the search and the accomplishments and the findings of your personality. It is something like not catching the mind, which is always personal. The mind comes because I am born as a mind also. So it's just like not catching any movement whatsoever of the mind. My master had an expression, and I have no better expression, but it's only an expression. A split second Because then you see there is something there. Something is there that you cannot know. And to realize that will remove your search, your eternal search, your impermanent search as a human about eternal peace. You may still go on working here and there on yourself if it is your way, but you will know its limits and you will be at peace with that too.
So basically, because there's always another level, there's always another.
Yeah, sure. You know, this man is full of levels, and there is not only level. He even invents beyond. Imagine. So
there is beyond the beyond.
yeah, there is a beyond after the beyond. Sure. So know that this is the mind. The mind is so vast that it can invent beyond, always. So to actually really be beyond activity, just drop the mind for 1 second. So there is no suggestions of the mind there. There is nothing like to do anything there. So be attracted also by that, so that it appears once in a while is enough in your life to shake all the so-called buildings always going on. A human mind is a beaver. You know that animal? They are amazing, always constructing something.
Hi.
Hi. Take your time.
I think one of my main habits as a person is to always be working like the beaver.
Yes, you
To
should.
always making peace around me, you know. Just like, oh, I need to make peace around me.
Yeah, but at first be peaceful yourself.
Yeah. And it's, yeah. I'm just so responsive to the appearances around me.
You know, you think so. Actually, what has to become, it had to be like this. It's not because of your good intention or not. When it works and you had that intention, it works, it seems it's due to you, but it's just seeming. It had to be like this. Because you see, this manifestation is a direct expression of that. It's that itself, actually. So who are we to think that we can do better? It doesn't mean that you have to, how to say, you are a human being, so you will have always intentions and all that. But know that actually this will not change much. But you are not the doer. You are not the doer. Maybe it takes you, that takes you as a tool, but if you think that you can do something, forget it. If you are taken as a tool to do better, you will not even know much about it. So, be at rest. Don't trouble yourself. More you are at peace, more you help. You have not to direct your intention anywhere. Then you become a missionary of peace, which is okay, but it is as useless as anything else.
Yeah, it feels like, because I just, my environment at home in California, and in my work and my community, there's a lot of violence. And so, yeah, I just...
Or you live, or you be at peace. You are also free to live, no? You are not obliged to fix something if it is hopeless for you. Be free. No obligations. There is no obligations. I'm not obliged to give satsang. I just love it. My bad good luck. It will not work, it doesn't work. It works, it works. You cannot believe that you are the doer. And don't fall into this belief, oh, I am a channel of. No channel of.
The channel with reruns.
So what is solved now? You said that. Then what? Because it is not enough to put a question, to get a so-called answer, and then next you go somewhere else, you ask exactly the same questions with the same tears. What happens then? If nothing happens, then you have to go somewhere else, but with that risk, with that determination that it has to be solved. Otherwise you can run like this all your life to find an answer fitting you. It can be now. If you are not attached to your dear concepts. What is a concept? It's a movement of the mind taken for important. real. And one concept is rarely put into question. It is the one who possesses a concept. Who is it? I am someone. I alone, no problem. But it's never alone. I'm someone. That's also a movement of the mind. Yes.
So being at peace is being at peace with the mind and with the I concept, detaching from the I, detaching from the mind.
No. It was good up to then. After, there are so many explanations which are wrong, so we don't know what happens. So if you see what you say, be quite from where you see.
Because the mind and the I are tools
Tools what for?
to find peace.
They will not. They will not. As long as I thinks he finds peace, there will be no peace.
But then how do you describe peace?
Impossible. It's a word. I have no... Better not to use word, but as I speak, it's a word which cannot give any image. And if it gives an image, a form, a sensation, an experience, it's not peace. That's what I always say. Don't confuse what is with the experience of peace that we may get in silence and when we don't listen to the mind. You see, I say you enjoy that formlessness of it, which is a form. Know it. Don't be fooled. Know it. Then you may be a you, there will be no you. Maybe there will be peace. Surely there will be peace. We always confuse, and that's why this search is endless. We always confuse an experience of silence or peace or of nobodiness even for what produced that, what expressed that. And then we are unhappy again because it goes. Of course it's a state. It has to go. And then we run after a state as it could be permanent. It will never, isn't it? So, know what is what, that's what I say. And what you are, you cannot know. So very easy to check. And it doesn't mean that you are not it. The states goes on changing. That's all. That's all. As a human, you cannot do better in that direction of peace or knowing yourself. As a human, you cannot do better than to live a state of peace or of nobodiness. This is the top for those who search that. But it's still an experience. That's what I say. It's an extraordinary, and life will go on like this with experiences. And yet there can be, this is absolutely impossible to know what it is, a moment which makes you see that. And then your search is definitively disappeared. It was like, what an amazing mad joke invented by the mind. But it will not be repeated, it is enough. And nobody knows how it works. So what I can do is just to tell you what it is not, even though it's everything. But if you are not there, better to use the negative way. I can tell you only what it is not. That's all I can do. Because you are already what that. Already you are yourself. So I can tell your mind what it is not. Let him surrender in the end. Let him be, accept his nobodiness, his hopelessness, helplessness here. You will never accept, but let it be banged by that. Humility will not do, that's what I say. No, doesn't work. In India, they showed many ways and possibilities, which is good, because in the West we are a bit too much printed by the religious goodness. They say even the proudest man, the one who is the most arrogant, can be at once freed. And there are many stories showing that. So you don't, it's not that you are not ready. It's not a question of being ready in a certain way. It's just being, I don't know, just hearing this can do. There is an expression. It was a prostitute And while being a prostitute, she got it. And so there is an expression, Pingala what? As Pingala did. Pingala what? And everybody who is flirting with the mind is a prostitute anyway. So Pingala what? As did Pingala. Oh, you thought you were saintly. Rather than to be engaged in a practice, even though it's a practice going back to the source, finally, or I think just now at least, that you are it, you see, you are it. So, okay. So if there is any problem, any surge, it's because one makes a step too much. It's like you are at the proper place, and you jump on a bank. Okay, and then you make this bank the beginning, the source of things. While if you really, and you can hear that, if you really see that everything, including the one at the source, can be seen, is apparent because that is here, which is always here, you will not make practice. You have just to see that. Or it has to strike you suddenly, I don't know. Because you see, any practice will reinforce the doer. There is no way out. And the doer is the first platform, I, which is never questioned. Just see it, just see that. When once you see, then you keep quiet, wherever you always are. It doesn't need to be known, it will never be known. Because there is a belief, if you go to the source, you will slowly melt into the ocean. It's not true. It will never be. And if it is an experience, it will be an experience like that, but that's all. It will not serve the search. No melting is needed. You are it. Did you hear me? Ah. No, don't melt. Don't relax. I need the mic. You need the mic. Where is it? Yeah.
So then, what is the point of all of this? What is the point of this experience if everything
The
is...
point is that you search. If you don't search, there is no point. But if you search, the point is to hear this.
But you say there is no search. There
No,
is
no,
nothing
no.
to search for. Because
I
everything
say
is
there
already
is no
there.
search to the one who searches. Otherwise, it's meaningless to speak like that. So, are you searching?
Of course.
It looks like, because you ask a question. Okay, so what was your question?
Then what is the meaning of life if everything is already there and everything...
The meaning of life is to solve this, maybe.
To serve what?
Do you search? You say you search. You give one intention is the meaning of your life. It's enough, no? Can be anything, but if you search what is what or whatever of the sentence you have about that, if you don't search an object or what I want to say. This is a meaning, to solve this. Search. Don't you find?
I don't know, that's why I asked the question.
But when I tell you, what do you do with what I tell you? Because you see, you reply as if I didn't reply anything. So, I say again. The meaning of life you can give, if you need, is to solve my search. Do you take it or not?
Of course I take it, but I think I don't really understand what you mean by it.
Really? If you are thirsty, it's good to go and fetch a glass of water, no? How you don't understand what I mean? You understand very well. But you don't want to take the risk of it, maybe. You don't want to dedicate your life to this, maybe. That's another thing. You need fire. Nothing else. When you go somewhere about this, at least take the risk to trust what you hear. Otherwise, nothing will happen to you. You will remain with your mind. Otherwise, why do you come to Satsang if you don't trust? It's of no use. At least the moment you are here, after do whatever you like. Go somewhere else if you like. Take the risk. Otherwise, better to read books, better to do whatever. Satsang is dangerous, do you know that? Dangerous for your mind. If you don't take it, you can go. It's of no use. Can I have the mic, please? Hi.
I don't really have anything.
Ooh, you speak a bit louder.
I don't really have anything, but I really felt to talk to you somehow.
Okay, welcome. What can I add? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Do you see yourself?
Yes.
Okay. It has a shape.
It has a Ganga shape.
It has what?
It has a Ganga shape.
Carrière?
Ganga.
Oh, Ganga shape. Okay. Then Ganga shape says to you, you don't have to go so far. It's nearer than the impulse to see Ganga shape. Nice to meet you.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course. We are here for that.
I don't think I need a microphone.
Yes, you need.
I did? Okay.
I'm deaf.
So I just want to say thank you. It's my first time here,
Really?
and I came because I saw you dancing the other day in the falafel place. So I wanted to see you.
Thank falafel then.
To the falafel party, and I was welcome here today by Anna. He opened the door for me. So
Ah.
we love the community.
Yeah.
And really,
In the desert there are no doors. Huh?
I know.
He's
I'm not
made,
boundaries.
he's made out of desert.
I know. So really,
Very
thank you for also bringing this fire, truth fire energy in this place. I hope.
It's contagious.
I'm addicted to it.
Yes, please. Could you pass on? Hi.
So I wondered if you might be able to speak about.
A little louder, please.
I wondered if
Yeah.
you may be able to speak about the difference between giving up and surrender.
It's the same. Now, if you do it many times, it means it was 99% maybe only, because it is uncompromised. Very nice. I really like it. Very good. Yes.
This is how to silence her.
Yes. You say very nice things. One thing I can add about surrender or giving up is that don't forget that the real, maybe that person which remains not in giving up and surrender, is that I or surrenders has to be in the surrender, has to be in the giving up, the I. Because it's the root cause of everything. You can surrender all this world and still I surrendered. And you have not surrendered. Huh? Yeah.
It's still the I there.
Yeah. But you see, we speak about this I now. So it's already out. So you keep quiet from where you could see I. It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah, just seeing the I isn't enough.
Why you say so? That the I says so.
Yeah.
The pride of I says so. Okay. Don't worry. I would love to experience a Big Bang and whatnot. Enlightenment. Buddha didn't say like this. He said like this. Thank you very much.